Let's Nightfall, Episode 6, and this week's Nightfall is the Abomination Heist. It's a very easy solo this week. The last time this was up, Arcburn was on. That was a little bit harder because of the first room, but all in all, very easy. So if you are under light, it shouldn't be too tough to get it done. So the active modifiers, Epic, Berserk, Specialist, Juggler, and Chafe. Juggler's going to make the boss fight a little drawn out, and then Specialist is on, which is obviously great. I'm going with Sniper Rifle, obviously, and then Gallowhorn in the heavy slot, and then primary use kind of whatever you want to use. I would suggest using a Scout Rifle for the boss fight, but if you don't have a good Scout Rifle or you just don't like Scout Rifles in general, that's perfectly fine. But you're going to be doing damage with your primary quite a bit in the boss fight as well with your Sniper. Just with Juggler on, you're going to want a more long-range primary. I'm going to fast forward through this little beginning part before the first room. It's not very difficult, and you get into trouble, just back way up. You can go all the way back up the steps out of this room if you want to, if you do get into trouble. But none of the ads are overwhelming. It's just some Siva Fallen and then some Hive. So now we're going to be moving to the first room. And in this room, we're going to be clearing 3 waves of ads. And the turrets aren't here, so this is going to be incredibly easy. This is kind of year 1 strike where we can fall all the way back up if we want to, if we're in trouble. So super fast forward here, you're not missing anything, just let my ghost go by the door and then waiting for the first wave to come. So you will have the little hive traps in behind you, so if you are bailing back into that back hallway, you have to be careful that you don't get trapped, so just be aware of that. So the first ads are coming, so I'm just going to bail back here. There's really no point in fighting them in that room if you don't have to. So fall away back where I'm at right here. I mean, you can go even further back, guys. For people that weren't around in year 1, the strategy for this used to be in year 1. You'd go all the way to the previous room that I fast forward through earlier in the video and just sit there and kill ads, and the ads would feed up into this hallway, which is kind of what I'm doing now, but I'm not dropping as far back. So if you are lower light and you need to drop back, then go all the way back. Don't even put yourself in a situation to get hit by anything. But you do have to remember that these hive traps are going to be coming back every so often, so just be aware of that. So the first wave is just going to be a wizard and then some thrall, which you saw me just take out. The first wave is going to be super easy. Second wave is going to be just more ads, is pretty easy. All waves are pretty easy, but it scales as we go. So first wave's the easiest, second wave's a little bit harder, third wave is the hardest. So you'll see here, I'm sitting in the way back. You might have to push into the room to kind of get ads to come to you, but for the most part, you see that wizard came right to me. The majority of the ads will come, so you see how the boomers and the acolytes, they're coming over in this little area where I can see them. The majority of them will, but there might be times where you'll have like a straggler that's just, sitting in the way back. You might have to push into the room a little bit to draw them out, to get the wave done. So you do need to be careful with these boomers because regardless of your light level, they do a decent amount of damage. And then you add in the little hive traps here, say you get trapped and then the boomer's on you, that can be deadly. I'm going to do a slow fast forward here. You'll still be able to see everything I'm doing. So with the second wave, you're going to have some boomers, you're going to have some acolytes. Some of the acolytes will also be majors, so just be aware of that. So you see I'm pushing into the room a little bit because some of the ads are in that back left hand and I want to bring them out. Now they're all flooding out to this area, and now I can just float rockets and let Gallowhorn do the damn thing. So for subclasses, I'm on my Titan, and I'm going to do hammers and then switch to bubble for the boss just so I can have weapons. Warlocks, kind of pick whatever you want. I would do self-res once you get to the boss room. And then hunters, I would be on Night Stalker with your smoke going invis once you get to the boss room. So I'm pushing back in because you'll have stragglers. You see that acolyte to the way left? I know I'm not looking at him now, but you will have C's way back there and left. You're going to have that where you're going to have to push into the room a little bit, and then then you can go back into the hallway. So just be careful when you push up because these hive traps, they're all over the place. And the last thing you want to do is get caught in one of those suckers, and then you have the ads on top of you and you can't move. Doing another quicker fast forward, you're not missing anything, just taking out the last couple stragglers of wave 2. Now we are on to wave 3, and for wave 3, we're going to have some ogres, we're going to have some acolytes, and we are going to have a wizard, which is a little bit different. I have never gotten the ogre spawn in this, ever running this Abomination Heist strike before, so that was something different, something nice, a little bit of change. But again, with each wave, and especially with this wave, because they are ogres and they're really big and they're not really probably supposed to be in a room like this, so you might have to push in and take the ogres out, or you can try and snipe them through this little area right here, which you see me doing, and I'm just like, whatever, I'm not going to get a friggin' headshot on him. I'll just shoot him in the arm. And with specialists on, you're going to be doing a ton of damage, even if you do shoot him in the arm or the kneecap or whatever it might be. So there's going to be 2 ogres. I'm taking out the first ogre, and then I'm going to move up because I want to try to draw the rest of the adds, including the major wizard that is going to be spawned for this 3rd wave. I want her to push in to this right side of the room, and there she is. The second I see her, I am bailing back to the safety of the hallway, and I'm just going to use Galahorn to take her out. Once we take her out, then I'm going to move up into the room to take out the second ogre. And like I said, guys, this hallway is going to be your safe haven. Without those turrets there, it's chill mode back here. Okay, so the wizard's down. I know I got 1 ogre left, and that's going to be to my left, and I got a couple major acolytes that are also left as well. They're not too bad. Now, with radar off because chafe is on, you got to be careful. Don't be glued in on your primary. Don't be aiming down sights, constantly. You need to be popping in and out of that thing just to make sure there aren't any enemies right next to you. So here's the second ogre, and with specialists on, you're going to make quick work of that, and we've completed all 3 waves, and we're done with the first room. We're going to go super duper fast forward here. I went AFK for a hot second. So for this next area, you can run through it, which I am going to run through it. If you are a lower light, it can be dangerous to run through because of the ogre. You are also having enemies fighting each other. So if you want to, just sit back here and let them fight to kind of weaken any of the adds down for you if you are a lower light. If you are at 400 light, 390 or whatever, then just run through it. So what I'm going to do is just clear out a first couple little adds here in the first little foyer area just so they don't take my health down. And then I'm going to hug this left side of the wall. There's a couple adds back here. That's perfectly fine. And we're going to slip past the ogre. Now, he's going to slam, and that does quite a bit of damage. So like I said, if you are under light, you might need to sit in that room and take out some adds. But if you are a higher light, just run through it, guys. It's a complete waste of time taking out those adds. If you can run through stuff, run through stuff. So for this next area, this area is not really hard. It just takes a while. Take out everything from as far away as possible. You'll see here, I got a scout rifle on. Now, if you don't have a scout rifle on, you got a pulse or something like that, then you might need to move a little bit closer. So the danger in this room is obviously the little hive traps, getting trapped in the hive traps. But there's also an ultra sword knight that is right to our left. He will not push past this doorway that I'm currently in right now, so just be aware of that. He's to our left, past that hive trap to my left. You will also have a wizard as well. But with specialists on, guys, you're going to make quick work of all the enemies. And I forgot to mention, but for your sniper, if it can be a solar burn sniper, use a solar burn sniper if it doesn't drop your light level at all. So like I said, we're just taking everything out from super deep. You got to be aware of the Ultra Sword Knight. Here he comes. They try and juke you. Destiny does. But he will not push in past this doorway, guys. So if you do get in trouble, then just back up. Now, he might come in a foot or two, like right here, he comes through because I'm baiting him. But then I back up. And you see, then he's trying to backpedal out of there. So he doesn't want to be in this back area. So if you do get into trouble, just back on up. Okay, so he's down. Now I know we can move up. There's another wizard, so there'll be 2 wizards. But if you got Galahorn on, guys, just let that baby go. And Galahorn's just going to absolutely obliterate everything in this room. You're going to have some acolytes. Be careful about Thrall spawning behind you. For some reason, I don't know, maybe the Cursed Thrall creeped up from the front right and I just didn't notice it. But then I get a Thrall that ends up behind me. So without your radar on, like I said earlier, make sure you're not aiming down sights too often. You see here, this Thrall comes out of nowhere. I don't even know where he came from. I'm going to do a little fast forward here. You're not missing much, guys. Just moving up, making sure to go very slowly as you move up. Check for adds. Remember, don't be aiming down sights too often. Make sure you're popping in and out. I'm moving up to this left-hand side, this elevated platform. That's where I would suggest to go because then you can snipe and float rockets for everything that is over on the right side by the tomb ships. When you do move up like I did, you might have a little boomer on the right-hand steps. I know it was going a little quick for maybe some of you to see, but the rest of adds are going to be acolytes and thrall. It's not going to be anything too overwhelming. And as you see here, all this stuff, okay, that shot didn't hit. Okay. I don't know why either of those shots didn't hit. They looked like it was right on his dome. I don't know. But like I was saying, you can take out everything from super deep from here. Nothing's going to push up on you, so you don't have to worry about that. Doing another quick little fast forward, guys, just taking out the last couple acolytes that are roaming the area, picking up some ammo. So when we jump on the tomb ship, if you are lower light, jump on like I'm doing now, and then immediately bail. So you're going to have these two wizards that spawn. If you have Gallahorn, that will make quick work of it. Again, guys, if you are lower light, hop on the tomb ship, then immediately hop off and go to that back area. The enemies that will spawn, and you can take them out from further away. You won't have to put yourself in a dangerous situation. For the boss room, we were going to be going up to that far right-hand corner. If you did not watch this when it was up a couple weeks ago, just follow my path. I didn't do it the first time. I fell off the map. Super annoying. But there should be either a heavy box or a special box. But if this game hates you, you will get neither. Either way, if you do have a box, grab that ammo and then follow my path, guys. And we're going to come over to this far right-hand corner where we're going to be pretty much safe from everything. But we are going to be needing to take out these boomer knights. That's what's going to be getting you killed. If you are a Titan as well and you are rocking Bubble, have Weapons of Light and then have Illuminated and Bastion on, and that's going to be great for damage on the boss. You will have these boomers that will come around the corner like that. So I'm running the Magnetic Grenade. That's why I would have Self-Res on, because you can have those fusion nades and you can just unload. You could use solar nades as well. And then Hunters, just use your smoke to go invis if you do get into trouble. But more in time, those boomers, guys, they're just going to come around the corner and they're going to sit there. Or they're going to shoot the wall if you're all the way in the back. So if you get into trouble, you see how I'm in trouble a little bit? You can just go back in that little backhand area. Now, you are going to have all these stupid hive traps that are out and about, which are kind of annoying. So if you are having to move up for ammo, make sure to take those out and that there's not any boomers. Take out the ads first beforehand before you move up. Now, the boss isn't out of his chains yet. Because of this version of the strike, there's going to be shriekers that come with the kind of his last third of the health, and they are very dangerous. But there's not going to be Siva Fallen in here. And the Siva Fallen, if you get that version, they always help basically kill the boss. They usually do about half of the boss's health. So you are going to have to move up a little bit. And his critical spot is so inconsistent, dude. I really wish that they would fix that. It's always been really inconsistent with the hit detection if you actually hit his little tumor on his stomach or heart or whatever the hell that thing is. So if you do have to move up to take him out of the chains, which you're going to have to do, just clear out the first little boomer wave like I did. You know, take out the little hive traps, then move up and do a little damage, you know, start shooting his little tumor heart, and then he will break out of the chains. When that happens, we are moving back to our safe haven, our right-hand corner. You'll see here, Titans, I'm going to be popping my Weapons of Light bubble in the very, very back, and then just use that, move up, and do a lot of damage. Again, guys, this critical shot is very inconsistent, and when you suck ass like I do at sniping, I can't really hit it. But if you're a better sniper than me, this can be a very quick fight with a Titan. But regardless if you're on a Warlock or a Hunter with Specialists on, it's going to go very, very quickly. Now, once you do some initial damage, you will have some Thrall spawn. Once the Thrall spawn, then Boomers will be coming shortly thereafter. So there's the Boomer. So you will have a Boomer in front of you, which you'll have the Boomer right there. You'll have one to our far left, one that's very up close like that. That guy is up close like that. And then you will have another boomer that's about halfway on a platform. You'll see me shoot him here in a second. I just wanted to make sure that I used my bubble to its full advantage. So you'll have that boomer that's right across. So you can take him out with primary. You can also take him out with secondary. Though with juggler on, you kind of have to be aware. You want to kind of be switching back and forth, and you want to kind of savor your special ammo because specialist is on. And going to get ammo is a little more dangerous and a little annoying on this strike with all the hive traps. So here comes this knight. He'll come around the corner if you need to. Throw your nade, guys, and then just use your primary. You see, he was trying to shoot, but he was shooting the wall. So he's not going to be doing damage on us. And then we have the third boomer. So there's going to be four of them. There's going to be another boomer far left. This guy we want to take out. That is the dangerous guy. That guy is so annoying. When you push up to do damage on boss, he can hit you. This guy to the left, he's just going to spam his shot because he's annoying, but he can't really hit you unless you're really, really, really pushed far up. So those are going to be the four boomers. So you got to take out the guy in front of you. You're going to have that guy that will kind of walk up on you, but he's really not that big of a pain in the ass. And then you will have that boomer you saw me kind of sneak out and snipe. He's kind of annoying. And then the one to my far left, who you're going to want to take out eventually, but just wait for the right opportunity. I'm going to do a quick fast forward. You're not missing anything. Just pelting the boss with my primary, saving my special. So when he gets to about 50% health, you're going to have a ship spawn in. Don't worry about this ship. It's going to drop off a boomer and some acolytes. Now, I take out the boomer just to have one less boomer on the ground if I do need to go for ammo. If you don't want to take him out, then don't take him out. What they'll do is they'll shoot a shot, but you see how they're all trying to bail from that area to go up the steps. He'll shoot a shot or two at you, and then he'll bail up the steps. So he really shouldn't get you killed, but I like taking him out just to have one less stupid boomer around. So if you do want to take him out, take him out. And you see that's the far left boomer, and he's just going to stay over there and he's going to spam his shot. He's not going to run up on you. So here we go. Some more acolytes are spawning. It was pretty quick, but there was a sword knight that spawned. He will jump down to the ground, so you won't have to really worry about him. I'm going to be doing a quicker fast forward here, guys, because all I was doing was looking for ammo. And the reason I am doing that is because Juggler is on, right, guys? And like I said earlier, once he gets down to about a third of his health, there's going to be a bunch of shriekers that spawn. And trying to go get ammo when they are out is super, super, super dangerous. So what I want you to do is doing what I'm doing. Once you take them a little bit past half health, look around for ammo. You know, where's a heavy pack? Is that across the room? Is there a special pack? Is there a primary pack? Go and pick up your ammo. Once you feel that you're loaded up with as much ammo as you could grab, then we're going to go back to doing damage on boss. I'm popping my bubble again, Titans, and trying to get some sniper shots on him. Again, with Juggler on, guys, Destiny's not going to grant you the ammo. So normally, you know, once you're super duper low, then Destiny will just pick up ammo off the ground for you. But with Juggler, they're not going to be doing that. So you have to plan accordingly. That's why I would highly suggest do what I did. Once you get them at about half and that ship comes in, you take out some ads, go and find your ammo, and then come back. Yeah, so the Shrieker spawned, dude, so never mind. It's not a third. That's probably about 45%. Okay, so when that ship comes in and you maybe take out that boomer, that's when I want you guys to kind of clear out the room, ignore the boss, and go and get your ammo, and then come back up here, because these Shriekers are brutal, guys. You do not want to have to go fetch ammo when these freaking Shriekers are out. It's just too big of a pain in the ass. Obviously, you do have packs, so save your packs. I was waiting for my packs. I wanted to save them for the Shrieker part. That's why I went and got ammo. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to load up on ammo, and then I'm just going to use my packs when I have my bubble during the Shrieker time. So you see here, I'm just chilling. I don't have any ammo. I'm waiting for this knight that comes close as I almost kill myself with this stupid grenade. I bounce it off of the wall. But you see here, guys, just pelt him with primary. And you might get a little splash damage from his shot, but he's going to be shooting that side of the wall as long as you're all the way back where I am right now. So remember, every time boomers spawn, there's going to be 4 of them. There's going to be the one right across the way. There's going to be this jerk that spawns right in front of you pretty much. There's going to be one to my far left on this same upper platform. And there's going to be this guy that I'm sneaking out to get. Remember, he's the dangerous boomer. Now, if the boss is all the way up at this front room area, then you don't really have to worry about that dangerous boomer. You can just shoot the boss from all the way in this back right-hand corner and not have to worry about it. And remember, guys, remember to be kneeling down. If you're taking damage, just kneel down in this backhand area, and you will not ever be able to get hit by the boss as long as you're kneeling down in this back area. Doing a super fast forward, all I'm doing, guys, is sitting here and waiting for my super. It's as simple as that. Pelting the boss a little bit on my primary, but that's about it. If you guys got to sit and wait for a pack, sit and wait for a pack. If you got to wait for your super, sit and wait for your super. Do not rush to get this done, because when these Shriekers are out, in accordance with the boss, in accordance with the boomers, can be very, very dangerous, especially if you are a lower light. So when Shriekers are out, guys, you know, the critical spot, like I said, it's hard to get. So if you can, just pop out, get a shot or two, and bail back. Don't worry about getting a critical shot. With specialists on, you're going to be doing a ton of damage regardless of where it hits. And then you'll have these Thrall. The Thrall will come over as well, so just be aware of that. But they're not going to be really that big of a deal. Though if your health is low from the boss and the Shriekers and the Boomers, and a Thrall or two come over here and swipe you a few times, they might, you know, get a little cheap kill on you. So if they do come around that corner like that guy just did, back all the way back up. A lot lot of the time they'll stand literally like a foot away from you and won't attack you if you're in the very back of this little right-hand corner spot. And there are better spots for the boss to be in, and this is one of the really great spots from this spot, and that's because I can hide behind the majority of this cover. I don't have to peek out as far as you do when he's in different areas, and you can see his belly is decently exposed. I just don't have any sniper ammo. That's why I'm just pelting him with primary. So if you can aim, that's a really awesome spot if he goes to that kind of back left-hand area that kind of leaves his belly exposed, whereas if he pushes up on you, it's a little bit harder to see his belly, he's hunched over and whatnot. So there we go, guys. You've done it. We've done it. Very, very easy this week. Like I said, oh, come on. It was like the longest Shrieker balls in the history of Shrieker balls, whatever. So if because of jugglers on, guys, the boss fight can be a little prolonged, if you're waiting for packs and waiting for your super and whatnot. But like I said, when that ship comes in at probably about 55% health. Make sure that after you kind of clear out the room, go and get ammo before you take him down below half health before those Shriekers spawn. Because trying to get ammo when those Shriekers are out, dude, it's such a pain. You do not want to put yourself in that situation. Well, here we go. Let's see what our reward is for the effort. The old strange coins. Best reward ever. Hopefully this video was helpful, guys. Have a good one. See ya.